What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Do you like my new shirt? All right, it's the Bitcoin tee. Getting ready for the summertime, right? Yeah. So, if you're new to the channel, my name is Simon. Welcome to Cryptechology. Here we talk about blockchain, crypto, and give you some information on how you can level up. Basically, I share a couple things that I do so you can walk away and do what you got to do. That's all. Don't come at me when you lose money because I don't give a fuck. But always remember, if you need some guidance, all right, if you want to go about this the right way and you don't have time to do your due diligence, seek out a professional, all right, like for real. Stop wasting time. A professional will help you speed up your learning curve. Talk to somebody that's actually hands-on with crypto, with blockchain, with mining, or with whatever topic or industry that you're working on. Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about the continuation of the advantages and disadvantages of Web 3.0. We'll go over some chart analysis. Unfortunately, I don't have some good news to share. The chart is just not looking good, guys. Like, it's just not looking good. So what does that mean? Well, it means you need to bag up. That's all. The narrative, the fundamentals, it didn't change. Nothing has changed. The technology is still the same. So don't get caught up in the prices. But I understand people like to talk about price. People seek comfort when they see someone else talk with confidence and reassurance in their own investment and trading plans. So I will share what I'm doing, and then you guys can take that information and do whatever you want to do with it. Okay? But if you do share any analysis from anybody, just rep them. Okay? Don't just take people's stuff and then not rep them. All right? That being said, head on over to Earn Your Leisure, okay? EYL University. I'm going to show you something. Hold on. EYL. It's in the game. Assets over liabilities. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right. So, learn about EYL. If you never heard of EYL and Earn Your Leisure, man, where have you been? You've been under a rock. But it's the financial movement of the future. Join us at EYL. Hang out. Meet some other people. I mean, for real, it's really amazing. And stay tuned. There's gonna be a surprise in the future. I can't wait to share with you guys. I can't talk about it right now, but afterwards, if I get the okay to talk about it, I will let you guys know. But let's just say, I'm gonna get an opportunity to talk to somebody that I look at as a role model, as a mentor, as a very intelligent individual, and I'm just super excited to be able to communicate with him and his community. I'm just humbled and grateful that I even got an invitation to communicate with them. I mean, like, for real. Have no idea where or what this is going to happen or where this is going to go. Maybe they're going to bring me on to make fun of me. Who knows? Or maybe it's going to be a legit conversation. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to capitalize on the opportunity and just share my knowledge, skills, and abilities. Share my experience and the things that I've learned that can help other people. All right. So, that being said, let's get to the video. But before we get to the video, we have to say thank you to our sponsor, right? Our sponsor, Token Metrics. If you don't know about Token Metrics is the machine learning AI platform. It will get you where you want to be and give you the information necessary so you can make the right decision. The professionals are using platforms similar to this to help them find the edge in the market. Why not do the same thing for yourself? You can utilize Token Metrics, the community, to really get ahead of the curve and get access to information. See, there's a team of people working on gathering this information, researching for you, all right? And they put it in a location um and in a place where it's really easy to navigate and gain the insight that you need so you can make the educated decision in your trading and investment decisions. Choices. So, this is an example of what, not an example, this is what the platform looks like. All right. Here's Bitcoin, the Bitcoin price. We also have the token metrics grade right here with the fear index, it looks like, market cap information. We got the summary of this. We can also get the trade and view chart version of it as well. And this is actually where we're going to start talking about, what's going on. And, it's just not looking good, okay? It's not looking good. We're just getting lower lows and we're getting lower highs, okay? It's just not looking good at all. All right? But that's okay. Don't get discouraged because, even though it just looks crazy right now, all right? Even though it just looks the way it does right now and you're just like, what's going on? Some of the things that I'm looking at, volume. Volume is important. Okay, volume lets you know how many people are involved, how many people are buying, how many people are selling. Okay, that's a really important indicator that to me, it's one of the number one indicators. If the volume is not there, it doesn't matter what your trading plan says. You're either gonna have consolidation within the trading zone, okay, a little range like a channel, all right, or we're gonna have a trend change, bulls where the buyers are in charge, all right, or bear where the sellers are in charge. Okay, so stay tuned for more information pertaining to that. Now, that being said, just quick, just to go over some analysis. So Bitcoin has come down to this 20,000, 21,000 mark area, all right? And we did touch base 17,006, I believe was the lowest. Let's see, 17,618, okay? So that was around the same levels here. However, so using the daily chart, let's just I can't go back and do the weekly. So we'll do that in another video. But basically, we have from November 19th, okay, to December 16th or even December 19th, all right? So we have 1 month of volume. And this volume, hasn't really been that high. So we got 21 billion, 25 billion, 34 billion, 23, 33, 37, 49, 47. Okay? Now, when we're in that bull market, and the trend has changed, the buyers are in control, you can see an increase in volume, okay? You see that increase in volume. You see the increase in volume, okay? And when we did the triple top right here, the triple top, all right? See, this isn't this is a breakout, but it's not a breakout. It wasn't a convincing breakout. As you can see, the actual volume wasn't that much higher than the previous resistance, all right? And then we go here, okay? This volume wasn't higher than the previous resistance. It just wasn't, all right? And then next thing you know, we start seeing that turnaround, okay? And then what happens? Volume really decreases, okay? And then we see this attempt again, and this is probably just over leveraged opportunities, and again, because it just wasn't supported by a lot of volume. So what does that mean? I'm just not convinced this is the bottom, because this volume, for one thing, it's decreasing, all right? ever since this drop here, okay, the volume has been decreasing. It has not been increasing. All right? It has not been increasing. So this 1 month of support, May, June, same thing. Not a lot of volume to support that. All right? But if we go back, you can see from here, okay, I know people aren't gonna like this. All right, my mark is 10,420. That is right. Let's say about around here. So okay, we have. All right, so when we first broke out over the previous resistance right here, previous resistance when we first broke out over that 10,000 mark, 10,200. Okay, we end up getting, so from July, July, August, September, October, November. So you can say about, July, August, September, October, November. 5 months, all right? So we got 5 months of volume, all right? And as you can see, this is all 20, 20, 20, 20, 18, 20, 18, 21, 26, 40, 56. We have a couple big ones, all right? 77, a couple big ones, but 20, 23, 20, 18, 20, 23, 20. It's really not that, it's not that much volume, all right? And according to this. So when I see this holding support, unless, sorry, so what's the volume at? 28, 30, 25, 32, 25, 28, 33, 37, 28, 52 on that one, and this one 63. It's not that much volume, guys. It's really not that much volume at all. And I don't think this is the bottom. I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. Now, what do I look for right now? If I'm looking to take a trade, I am not looking at this breakout. If we do trade this breakout, the 22, where is it? Let's just keep it simple at the whole number, say 22,000 or so. All right, if we break now, because let's just say if we break out over this 23,000 mark, all right, yeah, we have a potential trade to 28,389. So if that's the case, let's see what type of trade that can be. So we got where is he? So if we entered now to previous resistance, all right. Okay, so you got a 38% trade, okay? But you got to remember trend line, okay? So let's put that trend line in. Okay. So maybe we don't even get to that level. So, and let's just do another one here. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. This is what we're seeing. Okay, and volume is pretty much the same. It's not really doing anything. It's not increasing. Okay, so what does this mean? Is it ironic that my intersection is literally at this come on. It's not. We need the gap fill, okay? We have already tested, but I don't think we didn't close under the previous resistance, but we did go under, but we didn't close under that. So, but we still have gap fill. Okay, we still have a gap fill right here. We still have a potential gap that hasn't been filled yet. And in all markets, there's a gap fill. There's very rarely the gap fill doesn't happen. It usually almost always happens. And like I said, I hope I'm completely wrong, and I hope that this is the bottom and we do turn around from here, all right, and we get a trend change and we test out, back to 48,000 or back to that 38,000, 40,000 mark, okay? It's possible, okay? We definitely would want a breakout over 29,000, over that 30,000 mark essentially, okay? That's a key level. So let's just put a line. Let's put a horizontal line right there. Okay, that's a key level right here. Actually, let's put it right here. 28.5, okay? That's a key level, all right? And then we have another key level, okay? That I'm looking at. If we do break above that 28,515, then the next level I am looking to, to see if it breaks above would be, why is my computer lagging? Probably this right here. Yeah. It's 40,642, and then and then that one. Okay, those are the three major on above. Now below, okay, if we break below our 17, okay, we can still see, the retest of, where are we? Here we go, okay. These are the few major lines that, levels that I'm looking at. All right, so that's that. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about, let's just see how the investments are doing. So you can see we made some more money on our rent balance right now. The current property value is at 3,576. We currently have 21 properties owned. Total rent earned $43.93 so far. And you can see some of these, properties increasing in value. This is a really good opportunity to learn about real estate portfolios, learn about how you can build a portfolio. You can learn about the necessary steps that are required to do, like, these like wholesale deals, or if you want to tokenize your property and put it on a blockchain and put it in a marketplace. This is all hands-on skills right now that I'm gaining, and you can do the same thing to help navigate your life and obtain some new skill sets for Web3. Not even just Web3, but even for real estate. If you want to learn more about real estate, but you just wasn't comfortable about real estate and you didn't know like what went into real estate, well, you come out here and you get yourself a property or small percentage ownership of that property, okay, and you can do some stuff with it. So this one started at $50, now it's at 53.88. All right, so you can see there's been an increase in 8.69%. All right. This market area is increasing. Okay, you can see the documents. This is the best part about it. All right, so now you can understand the documents that goes into real estate. All right, what do you need to look for? Okay, so we have the wire receipt. We got the certificate of formation, the certificate of good standing, the closing date, extension addendum, closing statement, the deed. We got the housing report here to gives us some information on that, the insurance policy, the lease agreement, the manager consent form, the operating agreement, property management agreement, purchase and sale agreement, and the title insurance owner's policy. Okay, so all of these documents, okay, this is going to teach you about real estate. It's going to teach you about real estate, real world real estate. This is what I was talking about. That look, man, there's opportunity on blockchain. There's opportunity with NFTs. These are all NFTs. Everybody's looking at this as other things. No, this is an NFT. This is an NFT. Okay, this is an NFT, and this is the NFT marketplace. Just like you go to other NFT marketplace, you know, Magic Eden on Solana, OpenSea, all right? Those are NFTs. These are real world assets right here. NFTs. Real world NFTs. You can earn passive income. You can become partial property owners and earn passive income simply from $50. Okay, my account started with just like a couple $100 before I got to where I'm at right now. All right, with 21 properties owned, and you know, it's just yeah. I don't know what else to say, but the opportunities are still there, and you want to take advantage of it. Start learning some more. So, you have any other questions pertaining to this? You can reach out to me. But the cool thing about Lofty is that it's on the Algorand blockchain. So let's look up Algo. All right, Algorand, one of my favorites. All right, one of my favorite blockchains. And so let's see if there's anything going on with Algo that maybe we could to learn about. See if there's something else that's going on that we weren't aware of. Okay, so let's go take a look at this chart for Algo. So Algo, as you can see, let's go all time. All right, it really hasn't set off yet. Okay, if you look at Algo is still in its early infancy stages of things. I mean, yeah, we had a nice little run up to, we had a high to $2.49. Okay, and then we also had a high all the way to $4.37. But this hasn't run up yet, guys. Okay, this hasn't run up yet. Look at this highest volume. All right, what the heck is that? 31. Oh, it's a dollar sign volume. But okay, so the opportunity for Algo is still here. So what does that mean? Not financial advice, but I would bag up. All right, and you have a potential opportunity for this to earn, you know, buku type money. Yeah, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But Algorand. Okay, so what is Algorand? Algorand is a scalable, secure, decentralized digital currency and smart contract platform. Its protocol uses a variation of proof of stake called pure POS to secure the network and reach consensus on block production. So unlike other proof of stake models, the pure proof of stake does not reward, nor does it put validator or user funds at risk of being slashed, a loss of funds used to promote honest node and user behavior. Algorand intends to eventually leverage its pure proof of stake design to form the foundation for an on-chain governance system. All right, because it's an on-chain governance system, also doesn't make it a securities. Okay, so when you allow token holders to be able to vote, it takes away the securities aspect of it. Okay, so yeah, so Algorand. Take a look at Algorand. Not financial advice. Now, let's go back to our advantages here. So, what is the advantages of Web 3.0? So, as you probably know, the perspective of a more transparent web related to 2006. So, the modern technologies and tools hadn't emerged and weren't available for it to take place. Then Bitcoin was invented, and that introduced a new concept. It was pretty a dramatic effect on our world. This new distributed ledger, or the blockchain technology for peer-to-peer digital storage. Decentralization has changed the world and has changed the human's future. So what do we have now? It's a human-centered internet. So let's learn about this human-centered internet, also known as Web3. So what's one of the first things that is an advantage of Web 3.0? Well, first and foremost is ownership. Ownership of information and data. You can own your part of the internet. In Web 3, control and access to information and data are returned to the users. What does that mean? So the users get to regain and obtain complete ownership and control of their data and information. They have security of encryption. And the cool thing about this information, it can be shared on a permission, need, or case-by-case basis. See, there's large organizations like Facebook, also known as Meta, Instagram, and Amazon. They all have servers that store all of our PII, personal identifiable information, all right, of all the users, the interests, preferences, and advertisement, marketing money. They use that information, they buy it, and they use it to market and advertise against us so we can buy stuff, right? We're the consumers. But what happens if you can own that information and being owner of that information get rewarded for people buying your PII, personal identifiable information? See, all these companies that collect data and information, they use that to enhance their services. And that data is sold to advertisers and marketers. And then they pay billions of dollars every year. And we just get nothing out of the deal. We're just a consumer. And I guess the cool thing that we get is when we go to a website, on the right side of the screen, the ad happens to match the most recent item we just purchased on Amazon or searched on web, because it's looking at our browser history, it's looking at our transactions, it's looking at all the stuff that we do. And that's why it's intentional targeted marketing to you, because they're buying this data. Okay, and Web3 can give us the opportunity of ownership again. Second part, accessible access, information from anywhere. What does that even mean? So one of the benefits of Web 3.0 is this transformation towards being able to access this data and information from anywhere in the world. All right, all you need is a smartphone and a computer and access to the internet. You have those things, and then you can access the blockchain. And because when you access the blockchain, you'll be able to access your data, your information, all right? Because it's attached to the transaction, or the address rather, not the person. So the idea is to make sure users that are looking to access their information as much as possible from anywhere in the world. And this technology will help expand the idea in a way that most devices that collects users' data and smartphones access your data on a computer. All right, so you have access to this information. It'll be accessible from information from anywhere. And then eventually you'll use your browser-based wallet like MetaMask, or your Ledger wallet, Cold Storage wallet, or a SafePal wallet, all right, as your authentication verification of your identity, or at least of the entity, okay? Because like I said, with blockchain, the transactions aren't correlated, aren't connected to the person. It's connected to the address, okay? So that's how we can get anonymous transactions. You can get this decentralized world with people and their PII not getting sold, or someone can send millions or billions of dollars and you have no idea who did it, but you know that this address sent this amount of crypto at this time and on this date. Okay, so that's just, it's good for security, it's good for protection, and then you don't have to KYC if you don't want to. So another thing, all right, is the elimination of the centralization. Okay, so what is this centralization part? So let's see how they define it. In my last video, we had a good conversation about that. So we were talking about this before, but the human-centered internet, right? Blockchains like Ethereum provide a trusted platform, and on that trusted platform, the data is fully encrypted. Now, the rules are a little bit are unbreakable, okay? And the most significant factor is that these platforms are decentralized and the data couldn't be modified. You hear that? It's decentralized because the data couldn't be modified. All right? Not about money. About, oh, all the ownership is by 5 people and blah 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 blah. Like, don't get caught up in all of that, okay? But that, do you have the opportunity to participate in the blockchain without a gatekeeper, without a middleman? If the answer is yes, then that is decentralization, okay? Hence, all these intermediaries are eliminated from the equations. All the middlemen are gone. And thanks to blockchain technology and the Web3 initiative, companies like Apple and Google will unfortunately won't be able to control users' data. We'll get the control back into the hands of the people. And that's why blockchain technology is important. And that's why I'm a super big advocate of blockchain technology and how we need to start taking this seriously, not just for ourselves, but also if we want to become the world power in the next generation. Because unfortunately, if you are in the US and you're from the US, we are not the world power. And if we are, we're straddling the line, okay? There's a huge battle going on right now. And one of the ways that at least the US needs to become more competitive, we need to improve our knowledge base. We need to improve our ability to collaborate. When I go to other projects and I talk to other countries, okay, they're working together. Now, I know, don't come at me and be like, whoa, that one place and that one time and the ha 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 ha. Like, don't do that shit, yo. Don't grab the one thing and use the one thing as your argument. First of all, when you do that, you don't look smart, okay? Like, at all. I'm going to tell you this right now. If anyone hasn't told you this, I'm telling you this right now. When you pull one piece of information just so your perspective ends up being quote unquote right, you just look dumber, okay? I'm sorry. It just showcases that you don't have the ability to analyze from multiple perspectives and take in different perceptions to come up with an analytical strategy or implementation plan that basically takes everything into consideration, all of the data. It's never just about one, okay? It's never. And it's never just about one way or one plan. It's about the multitude. And that's why blockchain is important. Blockchain is important not only for just the fact of decentralization, but it's also important for interoperability. And I was saying this in my video last year, and I was telling people, look, if you want to get ahead of the curve pertaining to blockchain, you need to figure out who's working on cross-chain interoperability. What does that mean? That means blockchains communicating with each other. So what does that mean? That means the Algorand blockchain, the Helium blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain. Those are all different blockchains, okay? And they can't truly interact with each other unless there is an interoperable DApp or protocol that also known as a bridge, okay? They're known as bridges. And these bridges, what they do is that they allow you to put your crypto within the bridge and you get the static coin pertaining to the project, and then that project and that bridge will allow you to interact with what other blockchains that are integrated with that DApp, okay? So when it comes with Ethereum, though, see, the reason why Ethereum is so big, number one, it's utilizing the Solidity programming language for smart contracts, okay? So that is like everyone, all the developers, they're all working on Solidity right now. So that is just a plus, okay? The community is large. There's a lot of supporters for Ethereum. But not only just that, there's this thing called EVM. It's the Ethereum Virtual Machine. And a lot of these other layer one blockchains, all right, aren't truly like their own chain, okay? They're just a fork off of Ethereum used in the EVM, the Ethereum Virtual Machine, all right? And eventually down the line, it will become its own thing, okay? After updates and after growth, after more and more development, all right? It will become its own thing. But in the very beginning, because it was a fork off of Ethereum, utilizing the EVMs, it's basically Ethereum with a different name, okay? So, but that's not all different projects, but that's the majority of them right now with EVM. And because of the EVM, it allows for the repetition and also for open source programming to be done on a very, very large scale. people can take a project like PancakeSwap and go ahead and fork it and go ahead and build their own sushi swap. Oh, wait, it's been done already, right? Okay, so you get my drift, all right? So a lot of these are just basically copycats, okay? And that's why I don't talk about all of altcoins. And I talk about the ones that have their own unique and specific blockchain because they're working towards their own unique and specific use case. Yeah, Cardano, great, wonderful. Are they working on something that will surpass Ethereum? Maybe, but they have an uphill battle. They have a lot to accomplish to get there. And who's to say with the massive support of Ethereum that Ethereum won't be able to do it? And when you think about it, see, Solana gained a lot of attention because of the gas fees. But then what happened? Ethereum gas fees went lower. So now it comes down to, are you still going to use Solana? Like, why? Ethereum, if the issue was gas fees, well, I mean, yeah, Solana's still way cheaper. But then again, Ethereum has the network effect. It just has a large community and everyone understands Solidity that works on it, okay? So it's a easier barrier of entry. Solana, you need to learn Rust. You need to learn that programming language, which is fine, and you can, and there are people that understand Rust and they do quite well with it. However, it is just a different learning curve. And there's not that big of a community just yet. Is it growing? Yes. Do they have a lot of money and a lot of support behind Solana? Absolutely. All right. Can Solana become the next contender? You're damn for sure right. I'm not sitting here trying to say Solana's going anywhere, all right, or it's going to zero. I'm not. That's not what I'm talking about. I just want you guys to understand the differences between these projects and these protocols, okay? Always ask, what is the use case? So, permissionless blockchain. What does that mean? Permissionless blockchain. So anybody can create an address and interact with the blockchain. There's no one to ask permission, basically, okay? You can go ahead and get yourself a MetaMask wallet, which is a browser-based wallet, a Ledger cold storage wallet, all right? And start interacting with dApps. dApps, also known as a decentralized application. So what is a dApp? A dApp is basically, like in layman terms, it's a website that interacts with the blockchain. Okay, that's all it is. So you go to a website, okay, and if that website allows you to connect your wallet to it, okay, your crypto wallet, like MetaMask, okay, it's a dApp, a decentralized application, because it uses the browser-based wallet as a verification method for authentication. It verifies the user, not the user, it verifies the address of the wallet, okay? It verifies the address, and then once it goes through that verification process, all right, which is a transaction, but I'm not going to go into all that and confuse anybody, but once it verifies that, and now you're connected to the dApp. You're connected to the blockchain. So now you can interact with the blockchain. So what does that mean? You can send transactions, all right? You can send transactions on the blockchain now, okay? So that's what a dApp is, a decentralized application. So you don't need permission for that. You don't need permission. You don't need any to ask anybody for that. Okay, you can just go ahead and start using the blockchain, start using these protocols, and just start transacting. And because of that the smart contract and the way it's been coded up, it's permissionless. And the cool part about this, it's completely private. So you will never know the person behind the address unless that they give up themselves and they tell people this is my address and blah 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 blah. That's a whole different story. But if you're just looking like at Etherscan, okay, or you're looking at the distributed ledger, like the ledger. So for Ethereum, it's called Etherscan. You go to Etherscan. I can show you real quick. Let's go right here, Etherscan. And Etherscan is a place where you can search the transactions on the blockchain. And then you can see what has been going on. You can actually use this to search your own transactions to make sure that they went through correctly, that it went to the right account, or maybe you just want to check a history of your wallet, okay? And you can go ahead and do that as well. Now, all right, I don't know feel like signing in and doing all that stuff. But all right, so this is the contract address, okay? So this contract address, it is actually, hold on, let me look up another. Let's look up Matic. Okay. Alright, so now it's going to show me the contract related to Matic, alright, on the ERC20 version of this, okay, and the current price of it, how much it is, how much ETH it actually is, alright, the percentage here. This is the max total supply of Matic. As you can see, the total supply of Matic is 10 trillion? No, billion, trillion, 1 billion, 10 billion. Is that how many zeros? This is a million. Is it a billion? 10 billion, I guess. I don't know if I said that right. Alright, so these are all the transactions that's been happening. Alright, in the last minute. You can see the quantity that's been transacted and stuff. So if I wanted to look at this transaction here, okay, so we can see that it was sent from this null address, from this address going to Polygon Matic here. It's a staking contract, it looks like. And they use $747, okay, about 1,300 Matic tokens. There's the current price, okay. You can see how much gas they paid, okay. The gas price associated looks like they paid $7 for the transaction, $5 for transaction savings, so burnt and transaction savings. So the burnt, that's the gas fees. So now ETH, so this ETH was burnt. So why is this important actually? This part is important because this used to be sent to the miners, okay? So that transaction fee, the $7 and some change or whatever, that would normally be sent to the miners for verifying the transactions on the blockchain, and they would get that reward. But because of the merge that's coming up, a lot of these transactions are getting burnt, okay? So all this Ethereum, all this Ether has been burnt, and now it has created a deflationary token. Okay, so that is how Ethereum will essentially increase in value throughout time, because as more and more people interact with the blockchain, all right, and all the gas is burnt, then the max total, the max supply will slowly decrease. And we can actually look up the ether burn gas. I forgot the name of it, that's why I'm looking it up. Watch the burn, I believe it's this. Is it this one? It's under maintenance. Okay, so watch the burn. So this is telling me how much ETH has been burned so far. Altogether, we've about 2.4 million ETH has been burned. Okay, you can see how much that's cost. All right, how much in rewards, tips, the net issuance. All right. So each block, it looks like, you know, you can see how much is being burned each block, and the base gas fees. So what can you do with this information? So we can just kind of see, like, you know, what's the deflationary percentage per se. Let's see if I can get another way. Yeah, here we go. So look, this is telling us how much is being burned per day. So we really had a lot that was being burned per day over here. It's really has decreased a lot lately. Now we're sitting at, so just right now, you know, 3,632 ETH has been burned so far today. Yesterday we had 2,620 that was burnt. So this is another thing you can use for transactions. Actually, if you look at this, we're starting to see an increase. So more and more people are starting to interact with the blockchain. There's at least more transactions happening. Okay, so that's what this tells me. There's more transactions currently happening right now, and yeah. So wow, you can see there's a lot that was done on this day, May 12th. Look at that, 18,000. All right, so all of this, okay, source code. It's gonna bring you to GitHub. Okay, so this is a way you can go ahead and keep track of the what's being burned on the Ethereum blockchain. Is there another? There was another tool that was like this. Where was it? Ether burn hits 1.1 billion after EIP 1559 activation. I thought there was another is it this one? No, but this one's just telling you. Oh, that's telling you what's been burned in the last hour, and this is the just the total. Go by block minute and stuff like that right here. This is just all right. So it's not as detailed as the other one, but either way, you can go ahead and actually use this, put your percentages together, so what you think could happen. But as you can see, we're burning at 130,000 in the last hour. That's how much money that was just burned. Oh my gosh. Just imagine that going to somebody or people or community members or charity donations instead of just being burned. But they want to increase the value of Ethereum, okay, to try to increase the price. So that's why they're burning it instead of giving it away or donating or doing something else with it. But anyway, that's not my problem. Just here to tell you. So the next thing, the constant services. What's that mean? The suspension of accounts and denial of distribution services are reduced dramatically. Since there is no single point of failure, the service disruption will be a bare minimum. The data will be encrypted and stored on the distributed nodes to ensure redundancy, and multiple backups will prevent seizure and server failure. Also, no one can edit it, modify, or change the information and data that's recorded on the blockchain. So you'll have access to your data for a lifetime. Okay. Now, here are some of the disadvantages of Web3. All right. We went over the advantages. We've seen the pros. Now, what are the cons? Why do we not like Web3? What should we be concerned about? What we should be aware of? Because you always want to understand both sides of a story. Okay. So, Web 3.0. The power of blockchain technology in Web3 brings the unprecedented abilities that were not possible over a decade. These features bring a sense of relief, and we can escape from being controlled by a single entity. However, the grass isn't always greener. So, what are the downsides that we should be aware of when it comes to this technology? And what are the key disadvantages? So, let's go ahead and go through that together. First and foremost, outdated devices and websites. So, the one thing about Web 3.0 technology is that these devices will be more than ever. What does that mean? Our devices will be outdated in the most advanced applications. So, for an example, if you have a virtual augmented reality, that's going to require a headset that could cost potentially $3, $4, $5, or even $1,000. Now, you have an event that is requiring a VR or AR, and it's exciting. But the thing is, it's not reasonable to have everybody purchase a headset for everyone in a given household. These devices will not be accessible to everybody, and the aspect affected by it It includes the current Web 1.0, 1.2.0 websites. See, many businesses still haven't adapted to Web 3.0 technology and the features to compete with the newer Web 3 companies. So, this could take away many platforms and websites that we have been accustomed to using just because they're outdated and aren't growing at the pace that blockchain is growing. Another thing that we should be concerned about is the high expectations. When it comes to new technology, people are always super excited about it in the beginning, but then we overhype it up, and then next thing we know, we get upset when the bubble pops and all of our expectations aren't being met. And when that happens, that's when we can have the downfall. So now this new wave that has been hyped by so many individuals, and the idea of not being able to control a centralized entity or an organization is a noteworthy topic. See, they've been in powerhouse and in control for such a long time. These big tech companies owning all of your information, all of your data, they're not going to give up that power so easily. So, a fully feasible to accomplish? Yeah. Is it worth mentioning and thinking about so people can keep our expectations at a reasonable level? Absolutely. But remember this, there won't go without a battle, okay? If you're going to take down an alpha and you're going to go for the leader role, it's unfortunate, but you got to battle for it and you got to become the leader itself. If you want to become the boss, you got to take out the boss. Number 3, the barrier to entry. The barrier to entry into Web3 applications is complicated for our average user. The various wallets and addresses, user interfaces, and experiences can be a bit overwhelming for a lot of people that are entering the space. And on top of that, even well-known features such as NFTs have been found to be so confusing to buy and sell, and what's good, what's not good, and what are scams, not getting rug pull. All of these things play a heavy part into Web 3.0, and mainly due to the age of these technologies and applications. But as of right now, it serves as a disadvantage because over time we can expect that this would become more user friendly. But at the moment in time, take advantages of people that understand this technology, understand blockchain, understand Web3, understand the back end, the front end, understand how it works. So you can go ahead and increase your ability to learn and decrease your learning curve, okay? Now, cybercrimes. Will there be an increase in cybercrimes? Potentially. Because there'll be more people online and more people interacting with the web, it's inevitable that the cybercrimes will increase going into the future. Not because that this is a vulnerable technology and there's problems. It's just numbers and just math. If we have 100 people and 10 people are using it are doing cyber attacks, okay, and cyber crimes, well, it's good to say that if we went from 100 people to 1,000 people, it's not going to be just 10 people still. It probably will go from 10 to 50 or maybe even 10 to 100. It's potentially that at least 10% of the population might be using the internet or blockchain for their own self-serving initiatives and cyber crimes and cyber attacks. And it's screwed up, and I don't condone it at all. I don't think it's even necessary. I think anybody that's using blockchain technology to scam other people, you guys or gals, whoever's behind any of that, you're just scum. There's no reason to do that at all. The opportunity to make money and excel and level up on blockchain right now is fucking available. Why are you scamming the people? Like, for real, blockchain was here to help enhance the people. So why are you going after the people? Like, for real, like, don't go after your peers. That doesn't make sense to me. I see people scamming other people in the community, or even if you're selling GPUs and you're trying to make money off of like your own peers, like, that's, to me, that's just whack, yo. Like, why are you trying to eat out of your own circle? Like, that don't make sense to me at all. So, look, will there be an increase in cybercrimes? Of course. Why? just because wherever there's money, people will try to fucking hustle and scam and manipulate, all right, and all the bad things that comes with it. But at the same time, it's a yin and yang, all right. It's a push and pull. For all the dark, the bad, there's the good and the light, okay, and the positive. It is our job as a community to make sure we shine the light and attention on the real world use cases, on the communities that it's actually doing something, on the projects that's actually working and helping, and that need the support of the community to collaborate behind them. That's the advantages of blockchain, and we can do that, and we've seen it. We've seen it excel on these NFTs. Okay, we've seen people collect money together to try to buy certain items. All right, we can do it. We can do it. And the last and not least, but a favorite of mine, is the unknown factor. The one thing that everybody's always afraid of the most, the unknown factor. Why? Because it's unknown. Woo! Who gives a shit? All right, stop being a punk. Yo, who cares if it's unfucking known? So what? Come up with your solution and stick to your plan, okay? If it's unknown, it's unknown. Whatever happens, happen. The only way that you can prepare for the unknown is to be knowledgeable, okay? To increase your knowledge, skills, and abilities, your KSAs. That way, whenever the unknown approaches, you'll be able to come up with your own strategic implementation plan as the solution for success, to achieve, overcome, improve, get rid of whatever challenge or vulnerability that's in the way. Okay, blockchain technology has been around for over a decade now, and over the years we have seen many mistakes and lessons have been learned to take place, but will continue to occur as we experiment with these new thoughts and ideas. It's still fairly new, and with this new technology, there's always going to be an unknown factor, and it comes with breaking into an unprecedented territories. Cool, I get it. Not fully understand the magnitude and power of what we're getting ourselves into is important to take the time to understand the knowledge and to connect with knowledgeable, successful people within the space. But you are taking a leap of faith to give an economic empowerment to all. So just always remember that and keep it in mind, okay? This is a chance for you to level up. But because of that, there's also vulnerabilities, and there are people out here that's going to try to scam you and take advantage of you. So it's best to interact with people that you know with on the blockchain, and then slowly enter new spaces and go at it with just go at it with super caution, and just pay attention, ask questions. If you're unsure, ask questions, and never ever share your private key, your 12 words, 24 words, or anything. Never share anything. The only thing you should ever share potentially is your public address, so people can send you cryptocurrency if they want to. But also remember, when you send cryptocurrency and you give dApps approval to access your wallet, all right, be careful which ones you verify, because there are smart contracts out there that they'll give you like an airdrop or like an NFT, okay, and then you'll say yes and approve it on your wallet, and the next thing you know, you approve that transaction, and then all of your crypto is gone. So you have to pay attention to these things, and there's a way that you can see if somebody's actually going to take funds from you if you approve a transaction, and I can show you that in another video. Okay, I actually made a video on Fanny Pass. They're scamming people, and they're doing an airdrop of one of the NFTs, and when you actually connect your wallet and the NFT to it, it takes your Solana. It's pretty fucked up, but I took a hit for the team. I lost $7, so I can make that video to show you guys. So go back and take a look. Actually, I will show you. Let's go ahead and just look at the video together. Let's go here. Hey guys, subscribe, hit like. I'm trying to get like over 1,000 at least. I'm trying to get to 5,000. Really trying to at least improve this channel, so I could really use your support and help me just get better at all of this. So, alright, so I made a video on this. I believe it was Fanny Pass or Fanny Trade. Yeah, here we go. Right here. Boom. Only 45 views. People still haven't watched it, alright? So, basically, this is a crypto scam, okay? And unless something happens and they end up not scamming and I end up making buku money from this, I will let you guys know. But at the moment in time, I have the proof in the pudding. Okay, so here you can see that it's asking you to select a wallet. You go ahead and select your wallet and you get your trading pass. Okay, so it's powered by the Solana blockchain. And so this is the one thing when it comes to centralization, decentralization, and permissionless. Anybody can go ahead and create a DApp like this, okay? Anybody can do that, all right? So let's go ahead and go through this video a little bit more. So it's asking you to connect a wallet. See, so once it asks you to connect a wallet, so you view your wallet balance and activities. That's what this app's asking you to do. And then it's asking you to request approval for transactions. Okay, so watch. Your wallet balance. Request approval for transactions. Only connect to websites you trust. Don't trust this. That's why I'm recording it. Not like that will mean anything. Alright, so it came up. See, get rewards. Boom. All right, so boom. If you see this message when you're trying to interact with a DApp, with a website, with your wallet, and it says estimated balance changes, okay? So this is telling me if I approve this transaction right here, it is potential that the transactions cannot be simulated, and by approving this may lead to loss of funds, okay? So Phantom, kudos to Phantom for putting out this message to let people know, because it reads the code, and it probably can see there's a withdrawal function within the code, okay, in the smart contract, and that's what's happening. So as you can see, if you hit approve, watch, I took a hit already. I lost the funds already. Like, so it's not, this is not in theory. This is real world. Okay, real world fucking evidence and advice and experience. Okay, so I will show you. I believe I go through the whole thing in this video. So I clicked cancel that time because I wanted to see if it come up again. And as you can see, all right, it's same thing. So I hit let's open up and look at the transaction details, and nothing is coming up. Okay, it says unknown. All right, these are all telltale signs of a scam. Okay, I want you guys to know this stuff. Please be aware of this. Okay, Fanny Trade, I'm disappointed in you. Disappointed in you. Now, can they turn around and this turn into something better in the future? Maybe, I don't know. But at the current moment in time, they are stealing from users, okay? Like I said, I purposely did this because I wanted them to steal so I can call them out on it. No, all right, let me speed up for a little bit. What did I go to Crystal Casino for? Oh, I was also testing out that one. Where is it? Did I not record? Maybe I didn't record the whole thing, or it's in another video. But either way, it's not a good sign. So please be careful for transactions like that. All right. So what are the key takeaways in all? It's a very exciting time, and everyone in this space is pretty cool. And we've come a long way. So don't just, get concerned about the disadvantages and not participate. Just take some time, educate yourself, and if you need help, reach out to somebody. You can also reach out to me, and there's also some really knowledgeable people within the ecosystem as well. Now, this gives us the ability to read, write, and own on the blockchain. Disadvantages and advancements are ever changing, bringing the possibilities of future ideas to unimaginable levels. We are only at the beginning stages of what's to come. There are a few sectors involved in Web3, and it's only a matter of time before it begins a breakthrough in other industries. And with everything else, there's always pros and cons. So, as individuals, we have to determine whether or not the rewards exceed the risk. No matter which side you are on, just remember, it is undoubtedly one of the biggest technology booms to ever take place in the history of the modern era. Do not take this lightly. Blockchain technology has enhanced our world and has given you the ability to level up and improve your financial ability. So, take some time, learn about Bitcoin, not financial advice, bag up, and let's get ready for the next run. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to talk about next, and I can talk about that topic. If not, I'll just talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Stay tuned. Share this with your friends, your family, and for real, help me out. I really could use your assistance. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Help me grow the channel to more and more people. I appreciate you. If you're still here watching, leave a diamond in the comment. And anyone that leaves a diamond in the comment will go into a drawing where I will give out some cryptocurrency to the lucky winner. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Peace.